they've ever been. Whoa.
And then I stumbled upon the most amazing crystal meth you would imagine.
Hey, girls eat everything but ass.
Mike, quit playing with the dubstep knob.
Okay, potential problems broadcast. How are you guys?
You're listening to the Potential Problems.
I'm gonna come at your ass like a real nigga.
Why are you opening fire on us?
Guess what? Fuck you.
Podcast.
Potential Problems Podcast. Hey
It's
there.
no longer a fight for the first word.
Oh, wow.
It's fight for the forgotten word.
Well, I like when we kind of come in together. What? Sorry. Sorry, Alan
Were you
Clark.
hoping for something synchronicity?
Now it's like, it's nice when it happens on its own.
Okay.
That's why sometimes it just happens. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I'm John Cuellar. That is.
I'm Alan Clark.
And we're joined by the lovely.
Sarah Kennedy.
That's right. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm a quiet mic person.
You sound good. You sound great.
Thanks.
Welcome. We're glad to have you. Oh my gosh, I wanted to have you for on the podcast for so long, and it finally happened. So thank you so
Yeah,
much. For
of course. I
being
think the
on.
last time I was on, we were over in the other apartment.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
was that the that was the first apartment, I believe, right?
Well, no, not for me. That's my
The
second
second
apartment in that complex.
Yeah.
I lived in 3 apartments in that
It
complex
was
for some
the
reason.
Second one then.
Yes,
right?
it was the second one.
Okay, gotcha. So that was how many years ago?
It's got to be like 3 or 4, because it was right after I'd moved to New York. I came back to visit, and I got to be on.
Yeah, so at least 3 years.
Okay. And then before that, I had we started doing comedy together back in what year would you say it was? If
Well,
you probably have a clearer memory.
I started in 2009, in August of 2009, and you started a little bit before me.
Okay.
Quite a bit before me.
A little bit. I'd say maybe 2 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But then we started doing like the same gigs and stuff a few years later, and it's been really awesome to know you as a person, as a comic. So you branch out and do other things, and I definitely wanted to talk about some of those other things, like the show Quiplash that you had me on was really cool. And there were there are a lot of comics which coordinating. That's the great thing about the show is there are a lot of comics. But that's also the hardest thing to coordinate about that show is there are a lot of comics and everybody has their own neuroses.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the game we play is almost inconsequential because it's really just about, you just get to watch like 8 personalities kind of fight for stage time. But it's fun. Everybody seems to have a good time doing it. And I got it into a festival, so it'll be in
you were
Bird
telling
City
me
next
about
month.
that.
Yeah.
It's Brick City. What's that?
Bird City, yeah.
Bird City?
It's a festival that happens in Phoenix, and it takes place over a bunch of days, a weekend, but it's all in one venue. So they've got 2 stages in this one venue, and they just switch off shows for the whole time. And
Oh, that's awesome.
they bring in people from all over the country. It's really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That sounds, when is that?
It's March 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Wow. That sounds like it'd be something just cool to go to. Shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited about it.
So, have you pinned down the logistics on how you're gonna do that show for that venue?
Yeah.
You already have it figured out pretty
It's
much.
nice. They have a projection screen already as part of the thing, because that's in order to do the show, we have to. If you've never seen the show before, or if you have no idea what we're talking about, it's a game. It's like a computer party game basically, and you can play it on Switch or PlayStation or Xbox or like your computer or whatever, and you download it. It actually comes with like a handful of different games, but Quiplash is one of the ones, and you're given a prompt, almost like Cards Against Humanity, and then comedians riff on, for the show anyway, comedians riff on what the answer is to that prompt, and then we show them up on the screen, and the audience votes on which one's the best, and
In the comics, there was a lot of shouting at each other and enthusiastic gameplay. So it's a fun atmosphere. It was like a lot of fun to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually brought my kid to that, and she had a great time. So that was it's like fun to be in the audience too. So you're doing that over there. I know you have a lot of other stuff. Are you familiar with the intro music that we played?
Some of it, I mean, I've heard it before because I watched you guys and from the, but there's, some of it.
So, Alan, would you play can you play the intro, just the clip to the song we were playing?
Yes.
Okay, real quick.
This
Let's
is
go back
Pop
to
Smoke.
Yes, Did you hear about Pop Smoke?
No. Wait, he got run down?
He did get shot this
Yeah.
week, and unfortunately, he passed. Some of his music's pretty cool. I never heard about him until he passed. But it's this crazy. They don't know if it was because he was robbed or if it was because he's a member of the Crips, I believe. But one of the more interesting aspects of that story is that they may have actually found his address off of an Instagram post.
What?
Yeah, so...
He posted it like an amateur.
Well...
Because it's amateur night for Pop Smoke.
Well, he's 20.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
He was 20?
Was 20, yeah, so...
Oh, man.
You know, when you're 20 and someone gives you stacks of cash, I've been thinking about this a lot.
Yeah, if you have like hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're 20, like...
You take a picture of it on your front porch.
And yes, of course.
You let everyone know how well you're
awful.
doing right where you are.
Poor guy.
Right, I don't want
And they can
that.
come congratulate you.
Yes, well, the thing is that I've never read... I'm trying to think
At
of
all?
No.
Man.
Can you teach me, Alan?
That's APS for you. I mean,
Do you mind teaching me?
start
Read.
with the one that looks like an egg is O.
Oh, okay.
See, you got it.
Is there an O on that word right there on the screen?
This looks like an O. Is that part?
Yeah,
part
now
of
you
an
can
O?
read.
Okay, good.
We're done, we did it.
Sick.
Points to the G for
All
you
right.
listeners. Yeah, so I don't know. He may have gotten his Instagram post scoped out and cased, and I don't know. It's where
Is that what it takes to get people to see your Instagram post to post your address?
Oh, someone's.
How do we
I
up
don't
the
know,
numbers on this
saw it.
episode?
Well, he can post. I'm sure there's one guy that would pay.
Post
a visit.
Malone your address. Okay, that's it.
So anyway, it would be it would be crazy if that's actually what happened. If
That's so
they
sad and
got
scary.
his address. Yeah. Another weird Instagram thing that affected me this week, and it's a horrible transition. But were there any other details on that? Actually, I'm sorry. Did they
about Pop Smoke?
Yeah, anything about that since because this happened Wednesday.
Are his fans okay? I bet they're really sad.
I'm sure a lot of them are sad. Yeah, I know that the porn star that I follow on Twitter, Jada Stevens, she posted that she was listening to his music in memory of him. So there's at least one fan that was affected by it.
Well, apparently he thinks there might have been something up because he canceled gigs over gang concerns days before he was killed.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine being that scared? I don't know, like calling into work because, I don't know, that would just be so scary.
Because of Pop Smoke. Because someone's threatening you.
Yeah.
There was that thing
I don't think
with,
that ever happens to Weird Al. He gets pretty lyrical with his raps. You know, Amish Paradise, bro.
Did they scroll down? This is the
sure.
22nd today. So does it say anything more about
Oh, the King's
Let's
Theater?
see.
That place is beautiful.
where
Yeah.
is that at?
It's in Brooklyn. It's, I saw Tegan and Sarah there.
Oh, is it awesome?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
How much was that ticket?
I got it off of SeatGeek. SeatGeek.com. I'm just going to give you guys free ads.
What is
it's like
what
a-
do they sell that?
They do
what
like
kind of
secondhand tickets. So, yeah, you can get.
All events?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they really like to sell sports tickets, a lot of
Okay.
baseball tickets, but I used them for concerts because I worked there for a long time.
Gotcha.
I got free tickets to things. SeatGeek.
4 masked men stormed his house after a party or gathering was held. Let's see here. The
The day of
rappers.
his death, streams of the rapper's catalog zoomed 392%.
Damn.
He's doing well for himself.
I don't know. That's an interesting thing is
Yeah.
when you're that young, if you get handed that much money, does it ever turn out well?
The brain chemistry is not
Does it
there.
ever-
Have you seen Blank Check? It didn't work
Explain,
out well for that
elaborate on
kid.
who's the kid
I
in
believe
that?
he was beheaded in the end. I
Oh.
don't recall.
Oh, right.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, getting that much that young is really hard to handle. I mean, going all the way back to like anybody who was ever made emperor of Rome, at a very young age. It never turned out well. Like, they were always the worst, the most horrible rulers ever, until the next young one came along. So that does kind of suck. Just that this might have happened off of an Instagram post, but I'm sure it looks like they were watching him anyway.
Well, police are saying one of his songs, "Welcome to the Party," might have been, related.
Crips.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was there any gangs in New York?
Yeah.
Not to. I mean, I know it's the name of the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They lived underground.
William the Butcher
That's a kill.
was
That's
just,
a kill.
Whoopsie daisy.
No, but like, did you ever see any gang activity that would have scared Alan?
Well,
It scares
I'm very
him.
temperamental, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
so
you're just-
I'm shook easy.
you go, ooh.
Yeah.
He faints like Suge Knight in a courtroom.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Well, did you ever see any ruffians? Like, what kind of crime was in New York that you saw?
It's weird. I always think that it's so interesting because, like, for as much crime as my mom was afraid was happening in New York, there's crime here too. So I never felt like any different in either place. Like, I would be walking around Brooklyn and being like, I'm from Albuquerque, it's
This
fine.
ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd come back here and I'd be like, I live in Brooklyn. You guys, it's fine. So, but yeah. Oh.
You didn't ever see anything really scary or too hardcore?
I didn't really. I mean, you just got to stay aware of your surroundings and stuff like that, and you're fine. I mean, I got followed a couple times.
Yeah.
That was weird, but that wasn't any.
What
That was
did
not
you do?
gang related.
Did you, like, because you were in the wrong gang, huh?
Yeah.
Smitty's commenting, gang.
Hey, Smitty, what's up? We shout
Oh man,
out to Smitty.
I wanted to. I know he's moving back too. That's the best
Yeah.
part.
That's awesome. We're excited to have you back, buddy. I don't know what your return date is, but of course we'll always find a spot for you here.
So it's just the chat box.
Nice.
Oh, great.
You can see it.
What were we just talking
Oh,
about?
right, I got followed by some
what
guy.
happened?
Well, I read an issue of Disney Adventures when I was in like 10 years old or whatever, and they were like, if you're ever being followed like a spy, here's how you get out of that. I wonder if there was like somebody's job to be like, help kids like stop getting abducted. But
make
like,
it fun.
Yeah, they were like 10 ways to be a spy. Don't talk to strangers. And then like, but one of them was seriously like, don't like rubberneck, like don't look back, and because that lets them know that you're onto them, and then they'll start chasing you.
You're not supposed to
So-
look back and bite your nail.
See, but aren't spies supposed to talk to strangers because of it's
That's
espionage?
if you're on the but that's if you're on the offensive. If you're on the defensive, you've got to like kind of keep up the
defensive spy, right?
Yeah, so you're supposed to like look in mirrors and windows to kind of keep an eye on where the person is. So I was kind of doing that, and I didn't think I was getting followed at first because in New York you're just walking around with people all the time. But then I would like cross the street and I would see him cross the street down too, and then I would cross back and he crossed back, like really weird walking. And then eventually I went into a Sweet Green, which is kind of like a salad place, and I just went up to the pickup window and I was like, hey, I think I'm getting followed. Do you mind if I just like hang out here like I'm waiting for my order? And they were like, absolutely. Sit down. And I watched him like come in, look in the window, and then he was like, and then he like bolted.
I can't act like I have an order waiting.
Yeah. Oh my God. Kale wins again.
Foiled.
Yeah. So then I just got a lift and like I hopped in the car and went back home that way.
Damn, I would have been a little bit scared.
It was all right. And then it was right by my work too. So I messaged everybody at work like, hey, I'm getting followed. Just put out a beacon and let everybody know like I didn't just leave New York. I was abducted.
Can I ask why did you move? What brought you back to Albuquerque?
Oh, that's a good question. I got to be part of the Funny Fiesta last year, and it was great to come back and visit. Even though I'd come back to visit a couple times, but I don't know. It was awesome to perform. And then in the couple weeks before we came to visit, I kept joking with my fiance like, "Oh, you gotta look at how much rent is in Albuquerque." And because our apartment was just about to go up, is a 1.5 bedroom, which doesn't exist. That's not real. And they were about to raise it from $2,100 a month to $2,300 a month. And for some reason, that amount broke my brain. Like I was just like, I cannot believe I'm about to pay $2,300 a month for one bedroom with some walk-on space. It's not another bedroom. And then we found this place that was $750 a month here in Albuquerque, and I was like, look at this place. And its address is, no, I'm just joking. We ended up moving into it, and so it's like we went there, and the landlord showed it to us, and then on our way out, he was like, please don't make me show this to anybody else.
Oh.
And then we were
That's
like,
nice.
oh, I guess we're moving back. But we're getting married here in September, so
Very
we were like,
cool.
be nice to be here. And
Yeah, congratulations. I know
Thanks.
I've said that before, but I'll say it in front of Alan to make it official.
make Alan feel bad for not saying.
I'm the record. Congratulations.
thank
I
you.
belive I have said
Thank
it
you.
before, but
I'm not
still
seeing anybody
bestow
in the
all
chat box widget
congratulations.
say congratulations.
A bunch of haters. Real quick, just to go back to the Instagram thing. Hey, so another significant Instagram thing happened this week. Look up Yakov Smirnov's Instagram if you would. Alan Clark. Now, if you don't
I'm just
know,
updating the topic. John's Instagram snafu.
if you don't know, I guess this could just all be about online social media disagreements, I guess. But no.
Thank you, Smitty.
All right, John. What was the picture that you got into a tiff on?
It was, let's see here. Aha, here we go.
This one?
No. Scroll down again. Oh, no, did
One
he
where it
delete
looks like
it?
Yakov wants to kill somebody.
Scroll down again.
Uh-oh.
Scroll down
Getting my
again.
teeth fixed.
Hold on, I may just have to look this up because it looks like it may have been
Did you cause so
deleted.
much tumult that he had to take it down?
He took it smeared off the internet.
Let's see here. Okay.
See, you're getting yourself banned on Twitter. You're causing fights in Yakov Smirnov's comment section.
Okay.
Where
So,
he's like such a non-polarizing figure when you really think about it. He's
I
just
know what. That's why
hanging
I
out
was
in
fucking...
Branson.
Okay, so it's the one that says how to argue well. Listen.
Oh, listen, respond.
Repeat.
Okay. Here's a comment from Jay Cuellar, comedy.
Okay, yes. Listen to my. It might lean one direction politically speaking.
You're a better American than the guy we elected, so you
Okay.
voted for him.
I,
Man,
you know,
I didn't
I'm not
know
going to
that.
say whether I did or not.
Okay.
But I'm just going
We
to
heart
say.
you. Keep spreading your positivity.
It'd be-
And then
especially-
there's not any likes on the comment. There is a heart within the body of the comment, but that was one that you did.
Okay.
Okay, so we hit.
Why do you have to post shame me, Alan?
So we look at the replies. Little did you know, he probably voted for him.
Now wait,
So-
can't.
Can
Yeah, so they're
Russian
saying-
nationals vote?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like Yakov Smirnov vote. Well, I guess maybe
Can he vote?
Did he temper
Well,
with
if
our
Obama says anything about it, he could.
This guy says, I appreciate your positive, so you must have shared some kind of doctor information.
No, so I replied to his comment, I believe.
A lot of misguided people voted for him, and that's okay. We're all Americans, and we have to find a way forward with love and compassion towards all. I hope that you're having a positive year.
Oh,
That's nice.
take the high
Are
road.
you trying to slam Yakov because he's not technically an American?
We're all Americans, all of us in this post. Anybody who isn't, forget them. But us as Americans. So that was my point. And then
He appreciated your positive attitude and manners, but if check out some of the interviews, Yakov achieved the American dream by fleeing hopeless socialism.
okay, so he's clearly
Unfortunately,
leading-
it's
Yeah,
a
now
Trump
it's
or
like-
socialism, lesser of two evils, in his honest opinion. Pray your
Okay,
hands.
so now it's a little bit more ambiguous. They're like, maybe he just hates everything about politics.
Right.
Well, you said he's got motorcycles.
Because he doesn't. So we were.
That's like exclusively what it
I
is.
get it.
and is that pronounced
Chad.
chode?
Oh, Chode.
Chode.
It's
Oh,
like
up
bow.
here. Yeah.
So it is.
Beau. Yeah, Chode.
I don't know anything about motorcycles. Is that nice motorcycle?
A couple pieces of a nice. Well,
I think you have to know about a motorcycle to know that was
It's a humorous
intentional.
post.
Okay, should we unmask the individual?
no. Now he's gonna
Okay.
get.
It looks like he's masked
Okay.
anyways.
Anyway, I appreciate his motorcycles. He knows a lot more about mechanical stuff than I do, obviously. He probably do a lot more useful shit in that area.
Notice he's not working on any socialist cars or motorcycles.
All American.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I couldn't even tell you what that is.
This?
That's how ignorant I
I
am.
thought that was his like
That's an
heating meter.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's something at a steel yard, so I'm gonna say it's a good deal.
All right. Anyway, I don't
no.
know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay, no, we're good. We weren't capturing. We weren't capturing. This show is fake. I see, because in that preview, it looks like He's wearing some kind of like mask
right
or something.
here.
No, it's just the color of his face.
So he's got that going for him.
Oh man. So who do you feel like came out on top? Are you gonna have a
I'm
rematch in
gonna
20
say
years?
there doesn't have to be anybody who came out on top. But I will say that I don't appreciate you post-shaming me and my lack of
Post-shaming?
and my lack of amount of likes
Well,
on
don't
my
Postmates
comments.
shame me.
All right.
What'd you do to Postmates?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I just like things delivered.
Oh, cool.
The guy from Copy and Paste died. The inventor of Copy and Paste function died.
Oh, no.
Sorry to break it to you guys. After he posted his address on Instagram and people followed him to his house. No, he was 74 years old.
Wow.
So he died in a knife fight.
We can't just undo it. That's. Why are we talking about dead people? I only have jokes. You guys brought me on here to do jokes.
Well, to be fair, he lived he fucking created something almost the entire world uses, right? So
Copy paste.
Good for him. Yeah. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Like, wait, he created the command because you can hit Control C and Control V, and that'll do the same thing. That
Named
shook
it
up,
after
that
his
shook
wife.
my office employees when I told them that. They're like, you mean you can hit 2 buttons on the keyboard to do that? I'm like, yeah.
It's like watching Secrets of the Magician, right? When he's
wearing
done
a mask.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me
Took
tell
off
you.
the mask.
I'm like, let me
The
tell you what
keyboard community is angry at you for sharing the secrets.
Like, let me tell you what Control A does. Select all.
Oh, fuck, dude. These function keys. You don't even want to get me started.
Yeah. I remember when that happened, they're like, how do you, it must be a young person, or how do you know all these? I'm like, it's a generational thing.
I like
And
where
then they,
people over a certain age, they'll hit the computer button, and then they'll be like this.
Are they the same people that open a microwave and act like the waves are going to hit them and duck away from it?
Don't stand in front of it when you open it.
Yeah.
Where were we? Okay, so we got through another social media thing. I don't know if you heard about this. Is the Dwarf Kid charity
Oh,
real
yeah.
or fake? Real or fake? I don't know.
I think the charity is very real because it was just like a third party that was like, we gotta
Brad
get
Williams
this people
did it.
money.
The
Yeah.
charity is real at I
Yeah.
think $325,000 right now
To go to Disneyland. And then, the trip will take up the whole amount.
Yeah,
That's just the admission
They just
cost.
raised prices.
That should take care of one ticket. What about
Yeah.
the rest of the family? Cheapskates. Okay. So Quaden Bayles, the internet, the internet is currently, there's a debate raging whether or not this child actually is affected by dwarfism. From what I've read, it seems like he is, and most of this stemmed from a couple of replies on a social media post saying that he was 18.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any exact evidence. Is that pretty much?
There's one post that's it's like a collage of pictures, and it's him at an 18th birthday party, but they say it's not his.
Yeah.
And Snopes did what does Snopes say?
Snopes says, of
The
course, it's a fake
Soros-funded
story.
Snopes. Yeah.
Yeah. The globalist Snopes.com. Of course, they're going to say that this is actually just a 9-year-old. Yeah, they say that, of course, he's actually 9 years old, and because he's standing next to the number 18 does not make him 18.
So,
I don't know. It works for me. Like, people still, they're like, she's young. It's nice. It's really nice.
But I guess, Brad Williams, a comedian with dwarfism, he actually started this charity or put the word out. And then celebrities like Hugh Jackman and also a lot of other people, famous people. You know them, Alan, right? Say their names.
God.
Yeah.
He's very, very famous,
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
So false. He is actually, what is he, 9 years old.
Yeah.
Boy with dwarfism. I guess the Instagram
Adult poses.
video. Look, he's a gangster.
Kids have smartphones at 2 years old. Of course, they're gonna seem to advance a little quicker. It's not out of the realm of possibility for this kid to do a pose where he looks like a fuckboy.
Well, and look, this is typical troll fucking posting. Just so you know, he scammed everybody. He's 18, has plenty of money, and everyone fell
plenty.
for it.
Has plenty of money.
Plenty of money.
Now, if I'm wrong, please source your link and explain why to me. He's an Instagram
That's
celeb.
fucked up when someone's like, this is what I think. Fucking prove me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
they do nothing. They're like, you have to be the one to get me fucking on your side. I'm presenting you with this idea.
So basically, it looks like a case of one asshole.
Planting a seed
Surprised
of...
this guy isn't on 8chan or 4chan, because that's usually where assholes start shit like this, but whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess we just debunked that. Now people will stop.
But do
giving
you
him shit,
still
I guess.
believe him?
About the bullying? Well, the post. Did you see the video, Alan?
No.
Oh, well.
I saw the thumbnail of the video and I was like, man, I'm not even going to
gonna
dive
watch
into
that.
this.
I'm not
This
gonna
looks
sit-
heartbreaking.
I'm not going to sit through an ad to get to that.
I love the idea of some kid crying his eyes out, and then you're just watching that little pie piece being like, ad starts in 5, 4, 3. And you're like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'll just keep scrolling.
I'm sure there's other kids crying on websites. I don't have to sit through a fucking.
Why can't I find the source material of this kid crying?
And then you go to another one, and it's like, if you would like to get another free article, give us your email. Okay, so that's out of the way. We took care of the pop smoke thing and the dwarfism kid. We solved that.
Look at him. He's clearly a child.
So the original post was him crying. It was actually pretty harsh.
Yeah.
He was crying and saying that to please give him a knife so he could kill himself.
Oh.
And so, I mean, when I read that, I was like, ugh, the world. But then when all this outpouring of support,
He's from Australia, too. And you think if someone handed him a knife, he'd be like, that's not a
not
knife.
Oh, no.
This is awesome.
Anyway. So it was then when I read that Brad Williams started this awesome charity, because comedians are awesome, thoughtful people, very intelligent usually too.
And he could use some positive publicity
could.
recently.
What happened?
Oh, man.
There was this clip that resurfaced from an old episode of Getting Dug with High where he talked about being on tour with Carlos Mencia, and this chick comes onto the bus wanting to have sex with Carlos, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll be in there in a second, and he sends Brad in there. So that was the story he told.
So now people
everyone
were
was
like, that's non-consent, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What did anybody respond, like the girl or?
Oh, no. I don't
No, I don't think anything really happened from it, but I think that stuff happened the day his wife had a kid, too.
Yeah, it was a big...
Yeah, so it was a really muddy situation for sure.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So he's trying to, well, okay,
So, yeah,
maybe
he's-
his heart was touched too, but whatever.
It's a good thing to do regardless, but...
Irregardless.
Sorry.
Irregardless.
Yeah.
I talked about that. So then when I heard that there was this big charity thing, I was like, oh, it touched my heart again. I was like, oh, that's awesome. The world is awesome. And even though there's shitty things that happen every single day and you can never, no matter how much you try, you can never erase all the suffering in the world. Sometimes there are these patches of light that come through. And then I read it was fake. And I was like, fuck that kid.
Well, in the end, even if he was 18, doesn't it still suck that people were picking
bullying
on
him,
him?
yeah.
That sucks.
Like, 18-year-olds can cry about being bullied. That's okay.
Yeah. Sure. So it,
And
I mean,
18-year-olds still love Disneyland.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but
that's like
still.
part of their huge demographic right now.
well, good for him. Hopefully everything turns out nice. It's not like, you know what it does remind me of? The last one. Do you remember the last one where the kid was being bullied and they put out a social media post? And then it turned out like the parent was
awful.
part of like a big hate organization or part of
The
kind of
reason why he
racist.
got bullied was because he was being racist at school. It's like, yeah.
Well, now wait. Boss Hogg gave a lot to that kid. I hope it went to the right cause.
Right, it was this kid, the one who's like, they made fun of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I didn't want it to be
Yeah.
another one of these things where it was like, oh no.
But that's what everyone also thought because just because it had happened once, everyone was like, all right, this is it.
Yeah,
We're on the defensive now.
Bully kid once, shame on the bullies. Bully kid twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
So, and like some of the biggest celebrities, like, oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, hey, poor kids.
Oh, she's holding a gun.
It's not a gun.
Oh, what's the name of the post? Or is that the guy who shared it?
The big Nigerian stepa.
Step off.
There's the flag in there too. Flag of Nigeria. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
I've never understood the incorporating emojis into your Twitter name.
It's very popular.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
It's
What
a
would be good
generational
one?
thing, boomer.
What would be a good emoji I could put in my Twitter name? Like a lemon, since it's at citrus in your eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like interrupt it partway through. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Cool. Revamp social media.
Yeah, let's do it.
right.
So anyway, like I remember Chris Evans came out and for that kid and was like, "Hey, this kid bullied, blah blah blah." So I guess there's a greater deal of vetting after the fact. Hey, what's up, Tito? How's it going, buddy?
How do you like our integrated comments? Tell us how much you love our integrated comments.
Yes, tell us. Okay, anyways, what's the leg on
Tito is
that?
also on tonight's audition showcase.
Oh,
along
nice.
with you, John.
Yes, actually, that's another thing we were going to get to is the audition showcase tonight for the Funny Fest. Part of one of the brilliant ideas that the Funny Fest is doing this year, or employing, or using, or going to, or creating, is like a show audition.
So I'm trying to
Go to
find the right one.
albuquerquecomedy.com/funny-fiesta. That's good for you guys, too, to know.
And it's the Albuquerque Funny Fiesta. Is that what what it officially is? Yeah. I'm not even drinking, geez. So that will be a good time. That is tonight at the is it Tricklock?
Yeah, it's at the Tricklock Space downtown.
Space
which is pretty
downtown.
nice.
What time is that, Sarah?
It starts at 10:30.
10:30. Awesome. So there's a lot of other stuff going on, and you'll have plenty of time to do that, and then make it out to the show tonight. Albuquerque's. I would say some of Albuquerque's most well-known comics, the people that you see at the open mics week to week, a lot of those people are there. And I'm sure some of the people that used to get out often that you maybe don't see as much for various reasons. So definitely check that out tonight at 10:30 downtown at the Tricklock Performing Space. What is that, 200 gold?
Yeah,
what it is? Okay.
right around there.
Is that how much it costs to get in?
Yes.
It's going to take a while of playing RuneScape to build that up.
That's a computer game.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. A guest. Educated guess. So that'll be a great time. And sorry, we really should have had that for that. Anything else you want to say about this event or the overall Funny Fiesta?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to get to be part of it this year. There's like we're moving venues, so we're gonna be in the Box and the Tricklock Space, the T Lab. So now we'll have two venues running shows back and forth, which
Very
will be really
cool.
cool down there. And then the Guild is also going to be a venue for us again, and they're going to be specifically for the film, which is going to be really neat.
That is very cool.
And our submissions are open right now, so people can submit. I mean, the people who aren't on the audition showcase tonight can still submit, and it's $20 right now to submit, which is crazy because that is most festivals in the country. Their early bird is the price of our regular submission, so it's like a really good deal for people who are just looking to get some more stage time and like a credit or whatever they'd like to do, just perform and meet new other people.
And then also just to give back to the community that you've been providing comedy to and for, and people that are running these venues want to be a part of it, and they're going to perform in it, and you're just really being a part of the whole Albuquerque comedy scene. Just by even auditioning. So it's an honor to be even a small part of that process, because it really is a community movement, within the Albuquerque comedy community. It's a big part of it. And then what else is going on as far as when is the Funny Fiesta?
So it is in June. Alan, will you scroll down a little bit on the website? It is going to be
25th
June
to
25th to
28th.
28th.
No, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to be it's like a perfect time of year to bring in people from outside of the state to come and experience the state, because at night it looks about the same way that looks, and you get beautiful sunsets and take them out to do fun things.
Great weather during that time of year. You're going to be able to go out in a t-shirt. That'll be great. Like much like Alan's wearing, similar.
Yeah.
Good, right?
You've got a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I have one too.
You do.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's T-shirt time.
Mine is a Taylor Swift t-shirt.
Nice. Actually, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Are you still doing the Taylor Swift? Was it a Taylor Swift podcast you were doing for a while?
Oh, we still have an online presence. We run the Twitter still, just to kind of be part of the conversation, but we haven't put out a new episode in a few months.
Has she acknowledged the podcast?
No, not officially.
See,
not
another
officially.
post shame. this guy is a fucking post shamer right here.
No, anytime, like if there's whenever there's a breaking fucking bad podcast that pops up, there's usually some acknowledgement from someone online.
Okay.
You know.
Well, we're not. I mean, we're kind of on the fringe of the fandom, so like we're not doing the normal. We're not just talking about Taylor
Don't pay
Swift.
attention to him.
I don't understand.
I know.
What was it all about?
The whole premise of the podcast is called Taydar, and it's available on iTunes. You can listen to it at any time, on Spotify, and through our own website, taydar.com. And it is, Taydar. It's like gaydar, but with Taylor Swift. So Taydar is specifically a podcast with 13 or so episodes where we look at Taylor Swift's career and her life through a queer lens, because me and my co-host Hattie have just files upon files and evidence stacked on evidence that Taylor Swift is actually a queer woman, and that
Nice, that'd be cool.
She dates ladies, and so we've just really compiled and
Is
shown off
there?
everything.
So really? Okay.
Yeah, I did a one-woman show about it in New York that was called Taylor, a one-woman show obsessed with one woman. And it was an hour long, and it was just about Taylor Swift being gay and like going like slide by slide and being like, explain this.
I guess I would see why there wouldn't be any acknowledgement.
She's
Okay. Yeah.
she's working through it in her own pace.
Yeah.
Well, Alan's once said, and we won't go into it, but Alan once said something very rude about an MMA fighter, and they acknowledged him.
They did?
Well, by not being on our show anymore, right?
I don't think
They
I said
you could
anything.
beat up Chris Brown.
You said that. You were saying that I was saying I could challenge him, and
No,
I'm like, I don't want that smoke.
I didn't want to go into that.
Okay.
Anyway, so you still have an online presence in that, and people still go to it, and do you pay attention to like the downloads and stuff? How closely do you pay attention to that stuff?
Well, we did for a while. I mean, right at this point now, we really we have to pay to keep it online, basically. So every
Yes.
month we just pay the $40 to Libsyn to keep it on iTunes, so as many people can listen to it as possible. But yeah, I don't know. We haven't really been looking at the metrics on it. We have. I mean, our growth on Twitter's been okay. People find us still and interact with us, and
I'm always
that's nice.
surprised and satisfied by any, like, even one view. I'm like, really? One view on some one person saw that? That's great. The other thing I wanted to ask you or have you talk about was Alan's never seen Ed Wood.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was trying to explain Ed Wood to him.
sure.
And I don't think I had to,
But it was weird because you led by saying you have wood for Ed Wood, so I didn't know how to,
Put him on the defensive.
approach this.
Get him
well,
confused.
maybe if it's the Johnny Depp version, maybe, but I don't think the real Ed Wood was as beautiful a woman as Johnny Depp was. I don't know. He was an attractive man, though. I think, sort of.
Yeah,
yes?
I mean, he was kind of boyish. I mean, it was a good casting. Yeah, Ed Wood was he made garbage movies, but he made them with such energy that they put him out.
Yes.
Huh.
There's a movie called Ed Wood that is
Yeah.
actually very good. And it has Johnny Depp, right? That's Johnny Depp. And they kind of go over, it's pretty historically accurate for the most part, I believe.
That's a good one. It's a good exploration of what this guy was, because he was a kook.
He was a B director, but also he was really comfortable, he explained, in women's clothing. And so to him it wasn't a big deal, but back then in the 50s, the 40s, 50s, it was like a huge deal.
It says right there, 1994.
Oh, that's Johnny
94.
Depp. Yeah.
That's when the movie came out.
But if you ever get a chance, I would definitely recommend that. He was
It's an interpretation.
yeah. But what's the famous movie Plan 9? Yeah, from
It's like he did like plates as the UFOs, like that kind of like.
Oh,
just,
cool.
Yeah.
Can you pull up like a clip? And I'm sure there's got to be something on YouTube from Ed Wood. Do we have that ability, or is it gonna?
Well, I'm sure if I just look up Ed Wood, it's going to pull up a lot of just the movie clips.
Or you think so? Or Plan 9? You can
I
always
would
pull
like to
that.
see it.
Me too, Alan. Don't be a quitter.
Okay.
First you were a shamer, and now you're a quitter.
Here's the full movie.
The full movie. Wow.
This is what we're doing for the rest of the night.
Dun,
It's a watch party now.
118. That's not that one.
That's Johnny Depp. That's Johnny Depp. All three of them are Johnny Depp.
Oh, I think I've seen this movie.
Did they Mystery Science Theater any of these? Do you know?
I don't know. I think there was like a big thing a long time because people were like demanding that they do it. So you look at that.
That's pretty
There he
cool. I
goes.
mean,
It looks as real as the Greg Brady UFO. I think.
Wow.
Nice.
yeah, you know, alien invasion, make out.
Right.
What are the comments on this?
Smash their
This is
faces.
even better after watching Ed Wood.
Oh, God.
Nice. Yeah. Anything else? Let's see here. Oh, come on, haters. Why are you coming to this for good for
Good dialogue.
Yeah, right?
Someone's here to 50-50 watch Vampira.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Vampire rules.
All three are
All three are Johnny Depp. They are. That's my friend Devin.
Oh, nice.
Devin's fantastic.
Tell us a little bit about Devin. and how
Well,
you know
Devin Goodner is that's
The comment.
Yeah, when growing up, her name was Devin Davin, and my mom and I would always agree that was like the greatest name. Yeah. And now I'm blowing up your spot, Devin. You're amazing, and your brother's name is Odin, and Odin Davin is also just like I don't know. That's a family
is
of
a
good
cool name.
names. It's amazing, and she we did theater together in high school, and she was always known for doing big hair during our plays, and then on our senior year during our last musical, she let me have the big hair for the play, and she even did my hair for me. It was
Oh,
really
wow.
nice. Yeah.
So you did theater in the high school? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. How was that? And what's
was the best.
give me an experience from that aside from what you just gave me?
I mean, it's so crazy to say I did theater in high school.
You
I
were
was
a part of theater.
Yeah,
high
I was in the
school.
chorus for like every
That's
musical.
very cool.
But and then I did a lot. I took musical theater so much in college that they had to tell me to stop taking it because they wouldn't give me credit anymore.
You soaked up all the credit.
That was it. Yeah, they were like, "You've been guys and dolls. You are like, you're fantastic, Devin." And then, so then what was nice too is when I moved to New York, I started a show with a comedian named Pat Riley, and it was called.
Come on.
His name it was called Musical Theater Mayhem.
And people always call him out on Pat. Do they always make reference to Pat Riley or no?
Oh no, they don't.
Okay, anyway.
They
go
should.
ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, so it's called Musical Theater Mayhem, and we just we made other comedians play a bunch of like party games about musical theater, and we would do little bits about musical theater, but it was just a comedy show about it, which was
Oh, that's
nice. It was
cool.
really cool. New York is a crazy place because like even the like biggest like kind of bro dudes with like no lines from Rent, just like walk by and they'd be like 525,000. Pretty good.
That is very cool. It's always nice when the audience gets involved, right? And you can see like they want to be a part of something too. They want to at least laugh, or if it's a show where they can participate, they're always so stoked about it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ed Wood. Oh, we were talking about your thing, Alan, with the
My thing?
post is going on with your mom. And
There's like secret infighting happening between my mother-in-law and my mom. It's crazy. Like they're reporting Facebook posts anonymously for content.
Really, so like someone will post something and they'll be like, "This is not."
Yeah, I mean, granted, it's a misguided post because of political emotion, but
Are they? Would you say they're both right wing people? Or is one left?
No. No. One left a cult that she was, I think, not born into, but joined and then left after like some extended period of time, and then like became a writer and did all this stuff, and a teacher, and recently retired and still writing. And the other hung with bikers most of her life. So, you know, ends of the spectrum are kind of
So you
opposite.
got like a Hell's Angels and a Heaven's Gate
Yeah.
against each other.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, I guess just with all this, like, and I'm not, I try not to be friends with, you know, family members on Facebook because we're family members. Your online presence is artificial, and you're already artificial enough to me when we meet for holidays. So, you know, let's just keep it at that. And so it's just weird when they're doing that, but then not acknowledging it, like reporting posts and then saying nothing about it. But it's one of those things you don't expect.
You mentioned one of these combatants is actually. Can we talk about the book they're writing, or about the writing?
I mean, maybe she's writing some book about something, but along research for that, she found some old newspaper from like Clovis in the 50s or 40s about how some radio repairman who like lived in hotels around town and would just kind of be all over the place was arrested and charged for impersonating a woman because he had a feminine vibe to himself and would wear women's clothes under his work clothes.
And you said that there was like in this article they said that they posted or they had like
they put him on the
it in
front page
and-
so they arrested him in his you know full comfortable attire and was like crying and all this stuff, and those are the pictures they posted.
Oh, that's horrible. Did you see any of these pictures?
No, she was just telling us about it.
And
That's
so
crazy.
She found this during the course of research for something else.
Yeah.
Her radio was broken.
She was looking
I need
up
to
that.
find a repairman.
I wanted to look up about that slow black guy. Sorry. So it's always weird when you have like those.
Impersonating a woman. That's just crazy because that's not all that long ago.
No, it's not at all.
And I think after that happened, they were either released or fucking left town or something like that. But yeah.
Because the real punishment was all the public ridicule.
For sure.
It had nothing to do with
It's
the
Clovis.
law.
A bunch of fucking
Clovis
dudes with cow
too.
shit
I
still
was
stuck
gonna
on their
say
shoes.
is that I don't know much about Clovis, but
It's
it sounds
an Air
very
Force Base town.
rural. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. And it's kind of the whole reason that town is there besides a gas station.
So to
You got to
illustrate,
have places to stop for gas between, you know.
so to illustrate the fact that how which way this person would lean, and then the other person who's like, what was their post concerning?
I don't know. It's weird. My mom's been like, my mom turned into what like I kind of was when I was like 18 and rebellious. Like I was anti-vax and all this conspiracy shit, just because it's contrarian shit. And now she's like flipped and she's fallen for all that shit. And she's like saying she doesn't need to get a flu shot because she's almost 60. Jeez. And she's like, I go to the gym, I can fight it off. I'm healthy. Like okay, that's something in itself. But like so it's just that kind of mindset. That once you get, I mean, you can't really say it's due to a certain age, but I would think the age allows for like more regression, social regression, you know,
Yeah.
into a little more simplistic versions of what their opinions used to be. So. Yeah, so my mom posted something on Facebook about how Bernie's whole fucking plan for, I don't even know what it was, it would cost so much and it would be unfeasible.
Universal
or
health care, maybe.
Yeah, I think it might have been that one.
College for all.
And
Take your pick.
And it was an article that had been like proven to be not so true and from one of these opinions.
Oh, so they
blog
reported
sites.
it to be like, this isn't factual. Now, last I heard, Facebook wasn't really too concerned about factual stuff, but I guess
it only happens when
They've done the absolute bare minimum. Like
Yeah.
the absolute bare minimum.
and when
People
people have hit
complain.
report.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it takes 2 people to hit report, and
Really?
that's all it takes.
Well,
yeah.
what about that Nancy Pelosi video that they didn't? Did they leave that up, or
Well, she did rip that paper in half.
what about the one where she was slurring like Trump?
Oh, right.
By the way, did you see the latest one from where he was ranting in his last? I don't know if it was the Nevada one or where was he?
Like he was shrugging?
Well, apparently he mispronounced a bunch of words, couldn't get through a bunch of words. I know that's not different than any other. Like, this could be so many times he's spoken publicly, John. What were we talking about there, Alan? Oh, so the Bernie thing, right?
Yeah.
So, have you ever did you report your mom?
I'm not friends with my mom on Facebook. I'm not friends with my mom on Facebook. I'm not friends with my sister on Facebook. I'm not friends with my dad on Facebook. And believe me, they've all tried guilting me about it.
Really?
Yeah. They may get away with guilting me about other shit, but they're not getting away with guilting me to being friends on Facebook.
Are you friends with your family members? You seem
yeah.
like you would be
Yeah.
friends with a lot of your family members
Yeah,
on
my
Facebook.
all of them. Aunts, cousins,
Yeah.
brothers, sisters.
Are
I
they-
have no sisters.
I got none of that.
Sister-in-law.
None of it.
Well, different people have different ways they want to proceed
Oh,
on
yeah.
social media, you know? It seems like your family is a little bit of a different dynamic.
They just
in
post
that.
weird shit. Like, I don't know. It's people just get weird on Facebook when it's their emotions just being kind of put out without much thought. And I already have opinions about my family, and I don't want to see what they're trying to force onto
Without much
anonymous
thought.
kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
For all just social points. It's weird.
Sarah, have you ever reported a Facebook post or any social media post that for any reason, that you want to admit to?
Yeah, I don't mind doing it when I think that it's like harmful and incorrect, you know. But there's a lot of times where it's like my friends will post. I think the things that my friends are prone to posting that can sometimes be harmful are just like outdated things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they'll post old articles that you're like, whoa, dude, that's from like 2002, and then they're like, oh, I didn't realize. I just looked at the headline.
Doris Roberts died.
Yeah, and you're like, no. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what did I report? I don't think I've reported anything recently.
I tend to make like personal choices. Like I'll just be like, cool, we're not friends anymore. Much more than being like tattling to Facebook.
Yeah,
Hit unfollow for
Yeah.
a little bit or
Yeah.
hide for 30 days.
Yeah. We came across a cool gas station fight.
Oh, yeah.
People
Was it
are
the
just
one-
try to put gas, you know?
Yeah, I know we can all get frustrated at the gas station for various reasons. Whether they have the inside closed and you go to it late at night and you're like, man, I want to get inside the gas station. And they're like, no, you have to pay at the window. You can't come inside. You can't get any drinks.
So according to the title, and this is in another language, but I guess there was some altercation at a gas station where a man punched his wife and then some other person intervened, and that's kind of where the video picks up.
Okay.
If we can hit play. Where's the play button? I can't see the play button. So
Oh, did he hit him with the squeegee?
you see,
Well, at first he has a squeegee, and then it looks like he's trying to back up on this guy, right, Ellen?
a little bit.
This guy is, how would you say, is about 6'2", 6'3"?
This guy's a big guy.
He's 6 tall.
Yeah, he's not Hispanic, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not Hispanic tall. The other guy, yeah, look at that. The other guy's, I don't think that's forced perspective. I think that other guy is really
Very far away.
Oh, he's fighting a hobbit. Let's see.
And so the guy in the orange shirt is not the husband.
Yes, he is.
He is the husband?
He is the husband.
Oh my god.
And so I guess because the guy in the black shirt tried to stop it, the guy in the orange shirt shit himself.
Oh my
and then
god.
decided to fight the guy who had a problem with it.
Apparently, this guy is a sports star too. He's wearing a jersey of some sort. I'm guessing plays for some sort of
Maybe
major
he's
football
maybe he's
team.
cutting weight, and
It's crazy that he's number 20 when it's clear that he's number 2.
Now, see, John, this is a
Yes.
0 on his back, which is similar to the O that we
the
showed you
O.
earlier,
It's-
but this is a number.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you differentiated there.
Chegou a se cagar tudo, cara, mano.
Even the guy taking the video is like,
Chegou a se cagar tudo.
This looks like the old school UFC days where it's just a clearly
Running around an
mismatched.
octagon?
Yeah.
Bateu na esposa, o Maguinho
Guy's got 48 pounds on the other guy.
And of course, you feel bad for the wife because she's like,
whoa, a stool out of nowhere.
yes.
Well, 2 stools out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but-
2 stools.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's try to.
Dropped him with a chair shot like he was fucking Ric Flair.
Oh, no.
And the lady proceeds to scream because she's in the middle of all this drama.
Lady, he just did this for your honor.
Yeah, but they're going to go home, and that guy is going to take it out on her like a million times percent.
Possibly.
Look at that wide stance he took. He really
He
put
was
his
gonna-
he put all 118 pounds of his body weight into
Swinging
it.
for the fences.
Yeah.
Jeez
I mean,
Louise.
it's always, you always have to be so.
It like hit him
Damn.
in the crevice of the neck too.
Just-
Yeah.
oh, man.
Perfect. Oh. Now, in that
It's a
instance,
solid scream though.
I don't know. Isn't there? I feel that's almost like overkill. This guy's drunk.
Well,
If
he's got
you-
advantage on him. What are
Yeah,
you
but
gonna
okay.
do? Go
Well,
for a
if you
leg
keep
kick?
if you keep backpedaling, this guy's gonna get tired. How long is he gonna follow you around? You take his keys, you do something, but I think resorting to hitting someone who's basically almost incapacitated with a chair is a little bit overkill. I mean, it's like trying to kill a fly with a hammer. You know, you could just.
It's pretty cathartic.
It is.
If you look at that moment in the moment, it's very cathartic. But
Yeah, I'm sure in that moment it would be hard to not do that as a person. You know, but damn.
Somebody the next day went in and found that stool and they posted a picture with it. They're like, guys, I found it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's basically all that happens there.
Dang.
Just a lot of, guy, you messed up.
Yeah.
just gonna put the stool down.
Tem que apanhar também.
Oof, barefoot.
Yeah,
Is that
was
smudge
in-
from where he first hit?
Oh God.
Was that another?
Because I mean, that's another thing, man. He's got like he's a biohazard at this point. Do you really want to just fucking keep circling and leave it to chance?
You think about the moment that, like, all the moments that led up to that. Like, how did he poop? And like, what was it? Was she just trying to get him to the gas station? He's all fucked up, and he's like, Wah!
He's defensive because of it, and like shoves her away, and then the guy does something. Like, is it one of
Yeah.
those? Yeah.
I mean, we've all been. Sarah's been around me. I haven't shit my pants, but we've all been around someone who's like fucked up to the point you're like, oh my god, this might be a problem.
Get in the Uber. Just get in the Uber.
Yeah. Sometimes that person was Mike Wilson.
Sometimes it was. A couple times it was me, which brings us to another important thing here. If I could just hand our unofficial sponsor here, Heineken 0.0, everybody, because when you want that great taste of Heineken, but none of that horrible alcohol to make you smoke crack or do something outrageous, like name something outrageous, Alan.
Taxes.
Taxes, or
Yeah.
Sarah, name something outrageous.
Nutrageous candy bars.
Or do that, yeah. If then drink some Heineken
Heineken
0.0. Yeah. So, what is your experience with Heineken 0.0, Sarah?
I like them. I would say, I mean, when a bar has them, I like them better than my favorite near beer in the entire world. It's not even really near. It's like hops flavored seltzer that's done by
It's La Croix hops.
Yeah, it's Lagunitas. They put it out, and it's in like a really cool bottle that looks just like a Lagunitas regular thing, but it's just there's no calories, no alcohol, no gluten, and it tastes all hoppy, and it makes for a really good like non-alcoholic like michelada too. Like you can put some Bloody Mary mix in it too. It's good. Good.
Well, let's go ahead and go on a soft transition to some Disco Inferno. Because we just saw this physical confrontation. Let's look up Disco Inferno, the wrestler. One of my favorites from the 90s, WCW World Championship Wrestling, run by Eric Bischoff, and funded by Ted Turner.
Oh yeah.
Yes, was the man who said, I want to really give it to Vince McMahon because I hate that son of a gun. I think they don't like each other, right?
They do.
And then, Disco Inferno. He's awesome.
Oh man, he was the best one to play in the 64 game too, because you could change the color of his pants.
Yes. Look, this is Jay Leno, I believe, actually. I think this is actually
Playing
Jay Leno
as
there.
Disco Inferno.
Wait, is that a deep fake?
I don't know.
That might be a deep
Hey guys,
that's
I'm gonna wrestle
disco.
Do you hear this? You hear about this? Me in the ring.
The thing called a figgy fold leg lock. I got you in it.
Oh, wait, hey, that's another guy who did you hear about the what is it, America's Got Talent, or is it the No, it's the Gabrielle Union
yeah.
one. Wasn't Jay Leno on there?
They're one of the panelists too.
Well, they said that he was during one of the things he was in there, and he made a comment about
Little
people
too critical.
that people that were of Asian descent in a painting or a picture, and he referenced their food preferences
Oh God.
for certain things
Oh, no.
that other people.
Did Jay
may
Leno
not.
make a dog eating joke?
Well, that was one of the things that came out, and they're like,
man.
well, it could have been just like him trying to quip to people in the moment. Sure, it's awkward, and maybe he's just an older guy who doesn't get it. But that was one of the things that we'll come back to Disco Inferno. I'm sure he's doing fine, but that was one of the things that came out.
You sure he's doing fine?
Yeah, look, let's see here.
Look
got a hat on.
him.
Looks good.
That's
It looks
good.
good. What about here? This looks like a recent one, right?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From his YouTube channel? Might be his YouTube channel.
He's just like a guest on the.
Nice.
Good
That's
for
very
him.
cool.
He's got a Patreon. What he should really get is an OnlyFans.
Oh. I wonder if he's on Cameo. Can you imagine getting like a
That is.
Hey Alan, it's Disco Inferno. Stay in school.
Have you looked into Cameo? Is there anybody
I love
you would personally want?
Yeah, I mean, every day I try to put out the hints that I want Christine Carlson Romano, like from,
From Even Stevens.
I love her so much. Cadet Kelly and all that. So somebody get me a cameo of her talking directly to me. That's really nice. But it's one of my favorite bar games is just to pull out Cameo on my phone and just sit there and be like, oh, oh. You can get like any Broadway person or like Carrot Top, whatever you want.
Are there any Cameo videos on YouTube? Any messages people have left or anything like that?
For
Is
us?
that a thing out?
No.
No, just for anybody. Like any funny celebrity cameos.
Probably.
My
Chip
friend
Chipperson was doing them.
My friend Veronica got in an internet fight with Jonathan Lipnicki. And so he's on Cameo, and we were gonna pay him to like make her a cameo, and then just be like, "Ah, you hate her." That's the end of the joke. Sometimes you can trick celebrities into doing things for money.
That's pretty ingenious too. I mean, that is kind of like a cool way as a celebrity to make money.
The ad that's on Facebook right now, it's like Raven Simone does one, and like that would be cool too.
Yeah, if you could find the ad, maybe just the ad for it, that'd be interesting.
Just
I'd
the
be
website
curious
for
to see
Cameo?
that. Yeah,
Cameo's
just to
amazing.
see
Yeah,
a
I mean,
little
this
video
is-
thing.
This is great. You can get like, yeah, that's what that would. The second girl right here is exactly how I'd react. I would just be like, oh my god.
Is Corey Feldman on here?
Yeah, he is often on there. But they can turn it on and off based on how well they're doing in their career. So these are usually the ones that are the most popular up top, and then they get like more and more obscure the further down you go. And you'll see like almost all
Simon Rex.
No, what's he gonna say?
I'm going to talk about how well his hair is staying.
you get a lot of Bachelor Nation. You get Mark McGrath,
Andy Dick.
Brett Favre. Hope pictures don't come with that one.
Steve Gutenberg.
Ooh, nice.
I want
That is
it.
my
Meredith from The
favorite, dude.
Office.
This is one of the greatest T-shirts of all time.
One in the oven. I was just
When he's
watching Police
wearing
Academy
that
the other
at the
day.
beginning, dude. Oh my God, so
Which
great.
one was that in?
I think that's one, right? Police Academy 1, probably the greatest Police Academy of all
If it
time.
was any of the other ones, it would say like 2 in the oven or something.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the same shirt the guy at the gas station was wearing. It said 2 in the oven. Who else? Oh,
Gary Busey.
Oh my
You could get
gosh.
some Buseyisms for your name.
Cameo. C-K. What is this? What's the acronym for Cameo? Come on.
Cameo.
Is that what it is? Is
Yeah.
that the spelling of it?
Yeah.
Cameo. Coming all men.
You ran out of
Entertain
steam.
organizations.
So,
There. What? Fuck you. Do better. Do better now.
Gary Busey. Guys, already you're being usually sexy entertainment. Why? That's what Busey is.
Look, you could get one from Dr. Drew, but then you'll kill yourself.
Can you imagine outsourcing your intervention
$198.
by just having Dr. Drew do it for you through a cameo?
He does it. It's not even yet.
Drew, can you diagnose me as socially inept on Cameo? Well, you paid me
Drew?
$200.
Will you just tell my teachers I'm sick?
That's my doctor's note.
Dr. Drew.
Oh my goodness. Kevin Dillon, awesome.
Dean Cain. Ooh, he's
Dean Cain.
he is aged poorly.
Whoa,
man with a
are you
broom-like
talking about his politics? Or
Yeah.
He made what about his post the other day where he was making fun of, who was it? Gosh, it was another celebrity that he caught shit for. Anyway,
And there's Feldman,
Hey, there
looking
he
like a
is.
sailor, looking like a bloated sailor.
look, you could pay Montel Williams to sexually harass you in a cameo.
Wow. Paula Dean. Wow. Ryan Cabrera.
Dean, oh my goodness. Some of these are really interesting.
Do you think
Why
anybody
did Melissa
buys
Gilbert
Paula
pick that for her
Deen's
picture?
and then like goes to like Thanksgiving with their recipe and they're like, Paula Deen gave me the seal of approval?
She said it was good.
Yeah.
Look, she said it was good.
What else?
The kid from Corey in the House. From That's So Raven.
I like that they have William Fichtner there. He's one of my favorite actors that I never know his name for until I
Oh,
see
yeah.
him.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's good and go.
Kyle Massey, what about Orlando Brown from That's So
even
Raven? He needs money now.
Heather Morris from Glee. I love Glee.
Oh, nice.
The Mooch.
That's what I was going to say. Anthony's got a moochie. God, he's annoying.
We're at an hour 5.
Are we?
Yeah.
Man, it went by fast. Okay, Disco Inferno. Is he doing? Let's look him up real quick. Let's just not assume he's doing well. Let's do the due diligence. We'll just look him up really quick. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
That's the turkey Trump pardoned last year.
That's pretty amazing. 2017.
Still holding it together.
Yeah, not bad. He's not all incapacitated. He's no Scott Hall.
No
He's
victim
doing
of a
well
heart
still
attack
now.
yet.
Yeah, no, nice.
He doesn't have Kurt Angle neck.
Dean Malenko.
Oh, man.
Oh, these guys.
All of them. The best. The best.
Yeah, that's when wrestling was wrestling. Alan,
Yeah.
I'll show you later.
And they put barbed wire on baseball bats.
Oh, yeah, that was Extreme
Yeah,
Championship
that was the good
Wrestling. Yeah, we should take a look at that at some time.
ECW.
Okay. Wow, that went by fast, and it was a lot of fun. Wow, you're so funny to have on the show, man. It was amazing. Lots of fun. Plugola right now. Please tell us anything you want to tell us about what you want people to look at.
Great job of plugging everything all throughout. And so, but come tonight to the Tricklock Space at 10:30. It's $5, and you get to cheer on everybody who's auditioning, and vote for your favorite too. There's an option to vote. There's an audience favorite award that we're giving out, and then listen to Tadar, please. So that I can justify spending $40 a month on Libsyn to keep it online. It's important. Taylor Swift has dated women in the past, and she'll strike again. And then, then what else? Oh, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Sarah Comedy. It's Sarah SARAHK, and then the rest of the word Omedy, OMEDY. It used to be so much worse. That's the easier
What was
one to
it?
explain. It was Sarah K, but
Yeah.
spelled like Sarah from
CERA.
Yeah, from
What happened with
Land
that?
Before
Why'd you
Time.
change it?
Because I was on so many podcasts that I was like, I can't explain this anymore. People never find me. But now Sarah Comedy, but Sarah K Comedy's already taken by a much further along comedian than me. So. And then my website is sarahkcomedy.com. So.
Very cool. Thank you so much. Again, we want to have you back soon, real soon. You're very awesome, man. Alan, Plugola,
No.
Patreon as always.
Yeah,
Take a look at
Patreon.
that.
$1.
$1. That's not too much to ask. And yes, check out the show tonight. It's going to be amazing. Next week, I believe we have Loy Lee as our guest.
Oh, yeah, Loy's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome. We currently have a running Facebook message thing where we get the last word in. So he's quite the gentleman. Anyway,
A lot of last words.
Yeah, you know. Hey, thanks so much again, everybody. You guys are awesome. Thanks for
for having me,
listening.
guys.
Yeah, of course. See ya.
Okay, I wasn't ready to hit the buttons.